scheitern, aber ich gebe, mein Sohn wird unsere ruhmreiche Linie weiterführen.
Hello everyone, how's everyone going? Top War, hello, hey man, how are you going? So yesterday the pass opened for the 1412 KvK, pass 5 that is, and it opened pretty late in the night, so I couldn't kind of stream it. I did watch a little bit of Flash stream. Jack, hey man, how are you going? So today, finally, when it's a decent time for myself and rest of Asia, I guess, we're going to have a look and see how that KvK is going. Now, Pass 5 has a lot of action that takes place within day 1, and it's kind of unlike Pass 4. Pass 5 is kind of decided within like 24 hours, but we'll see whether that's the case with this KvK or this KvK has been going a bit differently. M13. Good. How about you? Hey man, going all right? Pretty relaxed. How many farm accounts are you using, Donny? I have 6 farm accounts myself, but then to be honest, I'm not that active with all 6. Like I try to log in at least once a day, but to be honest, I manage to log in every second day maybe, so not that active. But you probably need 4 farm accounts at least to effectively fight with T5 all KvKs. Alright, so looking at the map, we kind of know how Zone 5 or Pass 4 opening kind of went. There's kind of no point checking that anymore. Like if any side is making any progress, then good on them. But what really matters is the next zone. So after Pass 5, this is Zone 6. So we're gonna check where the fortresses are, where the fights are, and everything. New Jack, hello LADUS and chat. Hey man, good to have you here. Okay, so the first thing that I notice, 1647 coming out of their Pass 5, they have flagged all the way to this Pass 5. So 1412 has forts and flags, but then they kind of lost access to the zone, as in, for new flags to come in. So they have to go outwards from what they have. But then at the same time, they do have quite a few forts. Shagala, it's impossible for 412. Yeah, could be. I mean, they were kind of having a hard time with 1647. Now there's 2 extra KDs here. 606 still didn't fight. Yep, 606 big Imperium KD hasn't had any fight, so they're kind of untouched and fresh. But then at the same time, the bottom right hand corner, they're kind of fresh as well, right? The bottom right hand corner that belongs to the blue team according to the map that we have up top. So there's 1774 there and another 2000 something KD, right? And they are getting their first action against 1875 here. So we'll go around the map starting with the top one, because I'm kind of catching up as I'm kind of reading it out to you guys as well. So yesterday I kind of had a quick look, but it's not that I have a deep understanding of where everything is, so I'm catching up as I am taking you guys through it as well. Okay, 1412. So looks like there were some flags that are burned. Whose flags are they? 1412 flags. Whose flags are they? 1412 flags. Okay, so there has been some 1412 flag burning, and we see two 1412 flag forts here. Are they well supported? I don't see a lot of cities here. 1412 cities. One of them is burning, 1412R. The second one is burning as well, 1412R. So it looks like that zone or that area, it's gonna belong to 1647 pretty soon, right? That's 1647. Yep, that's 1647. Okay, now whose flags are they? Is that 1412 as well? That is 1412 as well. What about the next fort down? 1412A. There's a lot of fighting going on here. Is anything burning? That's the first thing we want to check. Nope. Fortress in good health. That's obviously very important. The flag is in good health as well. So this is more open field fighting taking place. We got 1647 coming down from top in decent numbers and from the right as well. And 1412 is coming up from bottom left. Okay, so that's some open field fighting going on. Now we are going to observe all the fighting that's taking place. However, first up, we want to know who is standing where. So 1412A, kind of fighting, not giving up, nothing burning. And down south, BND, that's 1780, sorry, 1780. So we got 1780 fighting down south again with 1412. So that's the extra pressure we were talking about. So 1412 was under pressure already from 1647, and now there's even more pressure from 1780 coming on the right hand side, and they are taking up position in big numbers, and that fort is repairing. Means it was burning before and it's going to be under pressure again. Okay, so that's that DVL or Devil's Fort. And then we got 1412, another fortress here which is burning. I don't think there's going to be a big effort in saving that because 412X doesn't have too many cities here to kind of try to save it. And that flag should be 1005, right? Is it N7 and N7s? I think that's 1005, right? Is that 1005? No, that's 1780. Okay, so 1780 came all the way here. Where is 1005 then? That's the other KvK. There it is. So 1005 here is here as well. So it's a 3v1 now. Looks like there's so many dead weights. They're fighting a lot still. Imperium. That's one other thing I should have mentioned, Shagala. So Shagla. So if you look at the Imperium situation for this KvK, 1606 still Imperium. Well, that's a given because they didn't have any fight, right? Now the only other KD that's still Imperium is 1412. So what does that mean? That means, well, either 1412 still has a lot in the tank and we're going to see a lot more fighting, or they may have some dead weights. Either way, they're still Imperium. So 1412, yes. Okay, so that's all we kind of needed to see on this area in terms of where everyone stands. Now we are going to go down and take a look one zone at a time. So that zone, we kind of know what's happening. So the next zone 6, Shiki, and this belongs to 1606 altogether. There's no fighting here. And then the one below, Betafo, Now this is where it's heavily contested again. So we saw 1875 coming from the right, and then there should be 3 kingdoms. From the left. 1875 came from the left, and from the right we should have 3 KDs coming in. 1774, 2051, and 1823. Now 1823 on a one-on-one couldn't handle 1875, but then now there's 3 KDs. 1412, it's so strong. 1412, it's, well, the fact that they're still standing there means they're strong, and they're still Imperium, so we want to see how much do they have in the tank. Can they push back 3 KDs? That'll be a big achievement if they can. Duke, yo, hey man, how are you going, Duke? Chagla, 1875 fight less than 1412 and they drop. So in terms of having Imperium power, there's quite a few things there. Like if you have a top heavy kingdom and your bigger players are still fighting, they still have resources, then you'll probably stay Imperium. Like, I don't know whether it's the bigger players that are still fighting, they still have resources to, keep up their numbers, or, what's exactly happening there. Hard to kind of tell without being in the kingdom. But from outside, what we would want to see is if 1412 even manages to, they don't have to defeat all 3. If they manage to hold on to their position for, few more days and then drop Imperium, even then I would say there's, fought pretty hard. Now 1875, this area I kind of need to look in deep and understand who is who and what's happening. So B2L, do we know who B2L is? B2L is 2051. Okay, so 2051 did a fort up top. That's a pretty decent position for a fort. Like, they didn't try to be too aggressive. They kind of flagged down all the way. And are they pressuring? Are they pressuring? Yes, they are pressuring. So 2051 is pressuring 1875 here. 1412 plan is to drop Imperium for migration. Yep, so every Imperium KD, it's always their plan, right? End of every KvK, you want to drop Imperium at least for a few days so that more people can kind of join your KD, and that's how you get strong. And what's his name? 1846 did the extreme version of it and somehow managed to have like 8 fighting alliances. Okay, so there's a lot of fighting going. So 2051, this is the first time I'm seeing them in action, and they are putting 1875 under pressure. So they did kind of flag all the way down, almost close to the 1875 pass here, which is pretty good. Jesus, I have to give it to 1875. Man, they're off their heads. 1875, yep, they're very strong active KDs. I kind of faced that firsthand in the last KvK I had against them. They were very good, and obviously we see them as pretty strong here as well. 1846 is insane, yep, and there's a good chance that I'm gonna be in the same KvK with my alt with 1846. So whether 1846 is allied or not kind of decides whether it's gonna be a fun KvK or not. Good evening, Rich Bellico. Hey man, good to have you here. Members showing up. Now, BL2 not only pressuring, BL2 is as in 2051, not only pressuring 1875 on one pass, it looks like they're pressuring them on the second pass as well. 1875 flag burning, and B2B or B2L 2051 basically. They're holding strong here as well. Now, on the right hand side, now they may lose the pass, but losing the pass is not the end of the world as long as you have forts and you have enough flags to port cities in. So let's see how 1875 forts are doing. Ooh, that's a lot of cities. But then the fort is still burning. Did the fort get double rallied? I can't see a double rally situation. So with a single rally, that fort probably got burned, because there's just one alliance touching. And who is that? That's 774. 1774. So 1774, again, just like 2051, untouched. So this is the first time they're having action. So they have fresh blood coming in. Whose team is winning? What do you think? Rich Bellico, if I had to put my money on, I would say 1606 would, I mean, the side that's 1647 is in, they should win. But it still can go either way. So this is one of those where, I mean, unless I have a gun to my head, I'm not putting my money in because this is still kind of open. Okay, so the next bit of fighting that we have here, KG, hey man, how are you going? Okay, so the next bit of fighting that we have is on the right hand side. Again, similar kind of story. 1875 fort was burning, repairing now, and they're under pressure. Are they getting double rallied? Let's check. Ooh, that flag is burning as well. That's 1823. And if that's a different kingdom, then it's gonna be, no, that's 1823 as well, I think. Yep, that's 1823 as well. So 223 flags putting this under pressure, but there is a 74 flag here as well. So this is definitely getting double rallied. So 1875 fort under heavy pressure. 1875 is missing good planner. 1850, you know what? I mean, from outside, it's kind of unfair if I make a comment, but just because I had a little experience again last KvK against them, I think you're kind of right. They have good fighters and all of that, but the level of organization probably doesn't look as strong as 1647. So far, out of everything that I have seen in this KvK, I think 1647 is super organized. Like, probably the best organized out of all of them so far, based on what I have seen so far. Oh, they can't, right? Okay. So 1823 is probably going to pressure here as well. Yep, there's a lot of pressure here, but this is where the pressure is kind of different. So 1875 is burning 1823 rather than 1875 flags being under pressure. So there's a lot of action here going on as well. So in terms of this zone, what can we say? What we can say is, as long as it's 1823 on their own, 1875 can easily manage them. If there's a 1774 plus 1823, 1875 probably can handle that somewhat. But now that there's the extra 2051 there as well, so this is quite spicy. We are not necessarily sure which way this is going, but if you look at how much who holds, not that it means the world, but then it's still not in favor of 1875. So the blue side, as per our little map on the top right corner, if you look at the red team blue team type situation, blue team has an upper hand here, and then in the other contested zone the red team had an advantage, but then this is blue as well, so it's somewhat still bluish at the moment, if you want to call it that way. Now, what about the next zone? So that was better for, yep, and then how do you say this? Pasuruan. Okay, Pasuruan. Now this is blue as well. This has to be blue as well. Yeah, this is blue. This is blue. There's no action here. And then the zone up. How come there's, oh yeah, there's no action here. Okay, so this zone, so the zone to the right, zone 6 to the right belongs completely to blue. Zone 6 to the left belongs completely to red. So each side has a zone to itself, and in terms of the contested zone, blue has an advantage on the bottom zone and red has an advantage on the top zone. So that's how we can kind of summarize, right? Don't forget 1892. Yep. So 1892 is here. That's where they have full access. But then before they can participate in the action, the pass 6 has to open, and then 1892 can kind of come in action. So through that way. And 1412 has to hold on till there. So basically 1412 kind of has to keep its position for a long time. Otherwise, they have to fight back all the way from their zone 4, I mean zone 5, and that could be more challenging. Blue team might win, I guess. If 14-12 can hold on till they get help, then blue team wins. If 14-12 can't hold on, then I actually, easier way to put it. So if 14-12 falls before 1875, then red wins. And if 1875 can hold on longer than 14-12, then the red team wins, right? So it's, I mean, it's not just up to 14-12 and 1875, but then 1875 and 14-12 are in a position where they have to kind of, you know, hold on for their team's sake. 14-12 still Imperium. Yep, they are. We checked just then. Okay, now that we kind of know about the map, let's look for action. Where do we have action? So if we find a spot where there's rallies, there's a possibility of rally action, then obviously that's where we're going to focus. Now based on... Ooh, why are you guys fighting here? So that's way off 14-12 territory. There's nothing 14-12 here. Why are they fighting here? Just to get the ruin? This is not about to open or anything. 14-12 coming up from top. Where are they coming from? There's a lot of 14-12, right? And we see the king's kill and everything. I see 1647 coming down as well. So is it just to take the rune? Really? Let's also say that 14-12 has a full non-participating alliance. Do they? Okay guys, I'm confused by this. Why are we seeing so much action here? What am I missing? Must be missing something, right? Yeah, 14-12 isn't participating in KvKs. 14-12, oh, exclamation, okay. Oh, okay. 14-12 exclamation is not participating in KvKs. Do we know why they're not participating in KvKs? Now I can see from top left, all I see is 1647 coming down. So why did we have all those 14-12 marches there? How did they get there? From where? So the 14-12 two forts up top, they don't have any cities there. From here? No, that's in the other zone. Yeah, that's probably gonna remain a mystery. And I don't know what they're achieving there anyways. So, because if you want to put pressure, then that'll be on that flag. Not like deep into enemy territory. Because they're farmers. Hey man. Maybe they're maybe they're joining other alliances and fighting through the other alliances. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna look at this zone because in the top zone they're fighting at a weird place rather than where, you know, they should be fighting, I guess. What about over here? Ooh, there's action here. This is decent action. We see 14-12 on the left hand side kind of making a small ball, or is it just one guy with 7 marches? And on the right hand side we see Pakal Herald. Now, why do we have Pakal Herald? I have no idea, because it's a Zenobia and you own the field. I mean, you own the field with 1, 2, 3 alliances. So, and why are they sending farmers anyways? So, but then there's a swarm on. So, Pakal Herald rally, which is kind of questionable, but then at the same time, you got a swarm on. Swarming with Richard, okay. Well, that's something. Chagla, CPO Alex or Alex CPO? Ooh, good question. I think CPO Alex is better, support tree. Who has the best talent? Yep, I think support is a little bit better, but I haven't tested it. But just if I had to guess, I would go with CPO Alex. Duke answered CPO Alex as well, okay. Alright, so was the swarm successful? I don't think the swarm was successful because no one's swarming anymore, because the swarm was probably a little too early. Now look at all those cities that are not bubbled. So I would have to guess this is when everyone's reinforcing. So you gotta be careful when you swarm. So you gotta wait till like the last second. Well, by last second, I mean when the fort is quite low. Maybe 600-700 troops remaining. Anything less than more than 600 troops, kind of painful if you try to swarm. 600,000. By the way, actually now I'm gonna show it later. So I saw a massive report from 1774 on 1774 versus 1875. I think I have the report somewhere. So when we're checking out the 1875 side, then we'll kind of have a look at that report. I used one with 5511 CPO, and that's very good. One with 55551 CPO. Yep, CPO 5511 is probably pretty good. Even better if it's 515 or 555. CPO CJ is good also. Yep, that's definitely good as well. Show as 1412A. 1412A. 1412A is here, but they were not fighting though, right? Were they? Oh, they are now fighting. There's a lot of action here as well, but it's not a rally. 1647 kind of came in, and then they're taking up position. What are they going to rally? Well, obviously this. And do I see 1412 resistance here? Not really. Well, there's some here. They're gathering here. So is that like the... No, that's not the central position. So maybe they want to do a flag here. Maybe. Looking at all these marches here. And this is enemy. So maybe they would want to do a flag here, right? Otherwise, you'd be standing closer to here. Okay, we'll see. We'll keep an eye. And there's more and more marches kind of gathering here. We'll see if they drop the flag. Rich Bellico, press like. Yes, please. That will be much appreciated. Show as city of El Patron. It's gonna be hard to find a city, man, without a code. 1412 needs more new fighters. 1412, I think over the last 3-4 KvK, I thought, like I'm not too sure, over the last 3 KvKs, I thought they were losing players, but this time around, I heard they recruited a lot. So yeah, I don't know how much they have, but they're still Imperium. They're kind of old KD. Yeah, you always need fresh new players, alliances if possible, joining. That definitely helps. Okay, so we'll come back and check whether they're dropping something here. Is there even place to drop? I don't know because of that. Anyways, we'll go and check that in a bit again, but for now let's go back and check how the rally was going. Was the rally successful? No, the rally got cancelled because the fort isn't burning anymore. 1412 has a few marches on the left hand side, but it's mostly BND, which is 1780, standing on the right. So there's gonna be siege garrison in the... I saw one siege march going in, I see one siege march coming out, so This is not going to be the best defense. The reports are going to be heavily against 14-12 based on what they're putting in. They lost a lot of players. Yeah, I think in the last couple of KvKs, that's what I was hearing. So that's going down. So other than that, okay, so basically there's 2 action points, one here and one here, and maybe they're trying to create a third front here. No, yeah, really can't tell. That ball is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I see more and more marches coming in. I wish I could see the marker, what it says, where to go. Okay, we're gonna come back and check that action a little bit later again. Now for now, let's go down and let's have a look at the other contested zone. So 2051, let's see how well they're doing over here. So 2051 with a lot of marches down south. Well, their flag is burning, but they're burning opponents' flags as well. So it's not about defense. It's just burn everything that you can. Ooh, this flag is gonna go down pretty soon. Are we going to see some action, city rally action here? There's a good chance, so we'll keep that in mind. My KD 1530 had 412 billion alliances. 1530. Ooh, 1530 is that big a KD? Great. The main alliances was 18 billion. Wow. Now we'll have 112 billion alliance. Yeah, that's migration. Migration kind of does that to you. Now, my alliance used to be... Where's my alliance? Actually, let's not talk about my alliance. Let's see how this goes. This is more important. Botalal, just put it in. So Messi over here. Is that Messi? It kind of looks like Messi, right? But then what is he wearing? Or am I just thinking this is Messi, but this is someone else? Does it really matter? No. But then he dropped in to take a city rally. The only reason why you could be dropping in at that power means you want to take a city rally. You definitely have a good infantry skin. You can take a rally. You're gonna get a lot of kills, but you kind of need to come out and get war frenzy if you really want to take a rally, because otherwise, you know, you can bubble. It's not really a thing. Yeah, everybody migrated out because we lost the match ages against 1556 Game of Thrones. 1 KV, yeah, that's one other thing. Is that Game of Thrones? How is that Game of Thrones? Who is that from? Is that the... Oh, that is the... What's it called? Iron Throne. But who is that guy though? Messi winning Game of Thrones? Or is that someone else that I can't remember? And yeah, what you're saying, Duke, losing 1 KvK, I mean, sometimes... nowadays, I don't think it happens as much, but early days, like say a few seasons ago, after losing 1 or 2 KvKs, a lot of people will migrate out without thinking, I mean, without kind of considering whether the next KD will give you as much of a chance of winning. So, I mean, migrating out if the KD doesn't have enough fighters, or migrating out if the KD isn't organized, that kind of makes sense. But then migrating out for... Ooh, lots of 1875 on the other side. But migrating out just for losing a KvK, you know, you kind of don't get a lot out of it, maybe. We got 3 KDs against us, 1556, 1302, 1002. If you're talking about few KvKs ago, back then 1002 was a big KD, right? So losing to 1002 and 1556, I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, that happens. But are you talking about we had 6 KvK winning streak? Oh wow. Hey, I found Shinji. Hey, is that Shinji? Shinji K? No, I don't think that's Shinji, but it says Shinji K. Different picture. Why would Shinji be here? 2051. Oh my god. Because I was thinking Jinchi is in this KvK. He's not here. Sorry, guys. So, I mean, it's good that there's a lot of pressure here, but 1875 had the chance to have, so all these marches, right? So all these marches, rather than standing at the pass, they, up until now, they had the chance to port here and hold the flags, right? I mean, not here, but around here. Oh, most of the cities ported out. So I don't know why 1875 is standing on the other side of the pass. Okay, so 84 seconds. Are we going? This is a good time. If you want to imprison someone, this is a good time, right? Before they kind of port out. 60 seconds. I don't think you want to rally him. It doesn't make sense to rally him like at all. This guy, has he been fighting? Yes, he's getting war frenzy. So he came out. He's on purpose getting war frenzy, saying rally me because I got Zenobia and YSS in garrison. Otherwise you wouldn't port out at 86 million power, right? He's 1412. Yeah, of course. Yeah. 1302 is Imperium also. Okay, well. Fake cat. Haha. Yes, Rich. I fell for the fake cat. Hey, so did he just port out? So that guy over there, Game of Thrones background, Botalal. But why did you port for like 3 seconds? If you didn't want to take a rally, it doesn't make sense. Anyways. So there's 2 smallish cities here. I don't think we're gonna enjoy a city rally action here, so we're gonna go and check the next zone. So this is good. They're kind of holding the door. This, they're gonna lose. 1875 is gonna lose this pass pretty soon. Lots of numbers from 1774 and 2051 both. Again, I don't understand why so many people kind of standing here. Like, either you don't have resources to fight or you should have in the flags. What's the point of standing there? What's happening on the right hand side? Here. That is burning. 1875. Is that being defended? Not really. Someone's building a flag. 1875 trying to build a flag. But then 2051 holding strong. Why are they holding strong? Because as soon as the flag is done, those marches are gonna come out and it's free kills. Yeah, good luck with free kills, guys. Well done so far. So that's that. And then they have access to the next pass. What about the forts though? Forts are more important, obviously. So this is repairing. 1823 is repairing. And 1875 had kind of pressure here. At the moment, they don't. This fortress wasn't burning 5 minutes ago when we kind of had a look on this side, and that fort is now burning. So I think the pressure is off from here now. Now, has it moved on to either one of these forts? That is burning as well. Guys, I think 1875 is gonna fold before 1412. I think based on just the last 5 minutes, 1412 may hold on for a little bit longer. Because I understand 1606 is untouched, but 1774, 2051, those two KDs were untouched as well, right? So, like, the untouched level is kind of equal, if you want to put it that way. And And I don't know where 1875 is fighting now. I don't think 1875 is fighting a lot anywhere now. They're allies. There's no action here. 2051 take pass 1875 gem rock. Yep, they're gonna take the pass. Did they take? They're gonna take that pass. Yes, soon. Chakala, new update. If you're in enemy territory, you'll get automatically. Yep, that's true. However, were they in enemy territory? Because you know how they're building the flag until the flag is done. You're not in enemy territory. And I think they were here, or I may have looked at it wrong, man. Could be my fault. I thought they were here, like in neutral territory, not enemy territory. So if an enemy builds a flag under you, then you get ported out, right? No? But all the remaining cities, yeah, there was. Oh, they were on enemy territory? Okay, then my bad. Then that makes sense. Now, yep, they're gonna lose the pass. I mean, they're gonna get locked at that pass. So where is 1875? Ooh, that's a lonely 1875 fort, and surely that's burning. Yes, that's burning. So 1875, that was a bit too aggressive, probably, given you're fighting 3v1. So that fort is burning, and that's not going to make a difference anymore. So before going on to 1412, back to 1412 again, just checking. Ooh, 1875, they're kind of walking here. Where are you going? What are you doing? I think they're just open field marches. I don't see anyone preparing to rally or anything. Definitely not a lot of action here. And at the moment on the 1875 side, the biggest action that we had was here around the pass, and now no more. All the cities ported out. And those guys, they're gonna be happy after 12 minutes. Okay, so on the right hand side, there is no action to look at because that zone belongs to 1892 alone. What's that zone again? This one. This is 1892 alone. They're only here by themselves, just like how 1606 is here by themselves. 1412. Now remember that ball we're looking at, how 1412 had a massive kind of ball standing here. Now I think they went down. They went down, yes. And they're just doing open field, so it's not like they had a big they had a push down with a flag or anything. Is that a new flag? No. Or maybe they came down to help out here. (1412) has non-stop action since this KvK started. Did they do a flag though? No. The 1412 pushed in from the top on this flag, which means they may be doing a rally this way, right? So where's the flag? Here. The flag is, that's the only flag they can rally, yes. And that flag is not under pressure at all yet. But we see more 1412 coming in. The Ghost. Hello. Hey man, how are you going? And that relieves the pressure on the 1412 fort here. It kind of held on its own, but still it relieves the pressure. Oh, by the way, the rally, I mean, not rally, yeah, oh, actually, yeah, rally report that I was talking about, I think I saw it on this chat. It kind of looked like a massive rally between 1875 and 1774, this one. We got a Zenobia. Let's check the time. How long did it go on for? So that's 19 and this is 21. So that's about an hour and a half. So that's an hour and a half long rally, right? It's gonna take a while to scroll down that much. Scrolling down hour and a half. Yeah, that's a lot of scrolling, guys. Is the report gonna crash on us? Just because it's so long? Okay, we are finally here. 200 million power loss on the garrison, which was 1875, and then 160 million power loss on the rally, which is 1774. And the rally is the Cav meta. Now, I'm not too sure whether I should call it the Cav meta because there's XY and Nevsky and there's Attila and Nevsky as well, but this is one of the better ones, obviously. Okay, so we got Bertrand and Nevsky, and then we got Zenobia and YSS. Now, is that the infantry meta? I'm not too sure, because if it's a single rally, then the Flavius probably would have been a better choice, but if it was a double rally, maybe YSS, I'm not too sure, because of the AoE. Okay, so troop loss. 22 million dead, almost 23, and 20 million on the rally. So definitely the rally did better. Now, if that was Flavius, probably the garrison would have done a little bit better, probably. Now, what else do we see? Now, scrolling down all the way for this is gonna be quite painful. But I did want to see if there's like a counter rally or something, but then this is gonna be extremely long. Should we even try? This is gonna give us a headache, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about scrolling down all the way again. Okay, let's have a look at the troop buff. I mean, infantry health probably could have been a little bit higher, but that's a lot of defense and attack, so that's where the points kind of went. And then on the Cav side, it's a lot of health and a lot of attack, so that's kind of decent as well. I mean, by decent, I mean very good. All right. Okay. So that's the report I was talking about. I got a headache just looking at it. Yeah, it does give you a headache scrolling down all the way. So 200 million versus 160 million. This is one of the bigger reports. Went on for an hour and a half. My God. So 1870, you know what I'm gonna say? Let's make some random comments out of it. Now I could be completely wrong about all the things that I'm saying, but just guesswork. So the first thing that I would say is 1875 wasn't pressured enough by 1823 based on I think what we saw initially. The second thing I'm gonna say is I think if you're talking about cav rallies, Flavius is a better garrison than YSS, especially if it's a single cav rally. And then the third thing I'm gonna say is both the rally and the garrison had really top equipment, just from the look of it. But then whether there was a counter rally or all of that, we were not there live at that time, so we don't know. And scrolling down all the way, it's gonna take forever. We'd rather see some live action. Now speaking of live action, when's gonna be the rally? So all I see is the red team here. By red team I mean 1780. 1780 is pushing in a lot with marches, but the rally is not there yet. Don't see the rally. What about here? Ooh. Ooh. Wow. I really want to see this report. So let's send a message, because you know who we see here, right? Do you even remember who that is? Guys, who is that? That's Chandragupta. We haven't seen him in a while. And we got a Nevsky. I actually don't know how Chandragupta and Nevsky does in rallies nowadays. And we got Jadwiga and YSS here. Okay, so we're definitely gonna ask for that report. Okay, I definitely want to see that. You know why I want to see that? This is what happened to my Chandra. He is 5521. And after 5521, they were better commanders. So I kind of left it there. So I really want to know whether he's somewhat relevant in rallies. Ooh, there's a counter rally coming in. So that rally would kind of stop here. So Attila and Nevsky would have been able to hold on to a little bit longer maybe, but then the Chandra and Nevsky may get cancelled pretty soon. Now all those 14-12 marches, it's a XY Nevsky rally. They should be swarming it down. Swarm, and the swarm starts. So that counter rally shouldn't last too long. They have to take it down. Now on paper, Chandra should be still pretty good, right? I mean, on paper, I thought if I just look at the skills, I kind of would have guessed that XY and Chandra would still be better than Nevsky, but it's not. It's obviously not. But I meant on paper, like if you read the skills, that's how I would have thought. But then it's obviously not skill dependent. There's like hidden things that's happening all the time in Rise of Kingdoms commanders. Sometimes the skills are not even right, so you kind of go by how things go in the field and reports that you can see rather than how the skills read, right? Now we asked the rally leader for the report, so we'll see if he replies. Is there anyone else we should ask? El Patron. Hey, someone was saying show El Patron city. Well, ooh. No. Sorry, is that how? That's a billion, right? Like I'm reading it right. That looks like a big, massive number. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that's a billion. Okay, so that it's not like it's not extremely high or anything. It's just there. Because I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, is that like an extra number? But no, that's where kill numbers kind of end, so it's not like an extra number. So someone wanted to seize this city, right? RoK El Patron. Now there you go. RoK El Patron. No, that's not RoK El Patron marches. Now that guy is reinforcing, so I'm gonna ask him as well for the reward. Probably should have said the last garrison report, but I'm sure he knows what I mean. Like if he actually replies. We didn't get a reply from the other guy yet. So based on what we have seen in zone 5, 1412 can definitely hold on for a while when it's fighting against 1647. Now on top of 1647, now that there's 2 other kingdoms they're fighting against, now I have to say those 2 kingdoms are not in their prime, because those 2 kingdoms fought 1892 and lost to 1892. So that means they lost a lot of troops and resources as well. So it's not one of those situations where 1412, like it's out of 1412's ability to hold on. Definitely can. Now, is there going to be a rally now here somewhere? No. Well, there should be. So many marchers standing here. They're balling up. Is someone getting... Maybe that guy's going to do a rally. Well, he has the Cav city, so a Cav rally could be coming in. What's his name again? TFSI. So let's see how TFSI goes about the rally. Now Torah is getting ready to rally, right? We've got a lot of marchers coming in. He's rallying something. So this is going to be an infantry rally with the infantry city skin. What are the marchers coming in? Yep, it's going to be an infantry rally, as you see all the infantry marchers coming in. And he's scouting this as well. Last time it was Jadwiga, right? So based on the Jadwiga, infantry obviously makes sense. But then I did see previously... Ooh, is that a rally leader going in? We just saw a Amanitore going in. That could be the rally leader, right? Now he's scouting. He's going to see the Amanitore, or are they going to change the Amanitore later? Maybe they'll start taking it with the Jadwiga and then change it once the rally hits or starts. Do we see them changing marches a lot? No, not really. They have decent numbers there. If it was a Cav rally, they could have even swarmed it down. Okay, whilst that rally is getting ready, now that we know where the action spots are, it's easier for us to kind of look around and come back. Now let's just see how this is going here. Are they fort blocking this? not exactly. Not exactly fort blocking, but yeah, they're taking control of the pass. Why are they fighting? Why are they fighting? Friendly fire. Yeah, 1812 lost the pass. I mean, 1875 lost the pass. And over here, old flag burning, the new flag is building, and not necessarily much action. Forts. Kind of feels like there's way too many cities here not to have action, right? But this is probably not their good time. But then 1412 and 1875, I thought they're on the same time zone, right? Oh, that's Zoro. That's the guy. We looked at his report. Obviously, he has a good setup for Cav rallies. Look at the city skin as well. So that fort, the fort is getting reinforcements. So when it stops burning, there will probably be some action here. Not that I see that many 1774 marches though. Some, not that many though. And the other fort that's burning, the ABUU Abu Fort is not getting a lot of love. And this fort, can't tell. Can't wait for our next KvK. Hopefully will be soon. Ghost, which KD are you in, man? Alex rally on 1412A now. 1412 Devil. Hey man, let's have a look. 1412A rally on now. 1412A means this one. Rally on. Okay. So it's not Pakal Herald. It's starting with a Herald, who is the secondary. Herald Pakal. Okay, so we're trying to utilize the skill tree. Does more damage. And they didn't change it to the Amani. Devil, thank you, man. 1348 in your farm alliance ADM. The Ghost. Yeah, the RoK of Ghost, right? That's your in-game name. Why do you want... We just finished KvK like less than a week ago. Why do you want a KvK again? I don't have resources to fight again. Wouldn't it be great if they could switch it to Amani now? Oh, I see a Zenobia now. Okay, so I see a Zenobia in the background. So it's not Jadwiga anymore. That's a lot of open field fighting taking place there. Lots of number popping up on the screen. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I got it right then. Because you know how everyone's YouTube name and the game name is different, so that's sometimes it gets hard to keep a track. But now I know. 1412 Devil. Hey man, thanks for letting us know. That's why, guys, you can all see the action thanks to Devil letting us know where the action is. Now all I see is a lot of numbers right now. I can't really see what's happening with the rally. Devil, also, if you're in the rally action yourself, if you're in the rally action, I mean, in your case, I guess the garrison action, then feel free to share reports in game so you can see my codes. Can't see my codes. Okay, if you look up 1348 KD and then 348K Alliance, then you can share reports if you want to, if you're in the reports. I mean, if you're in the garrison. And then we can check out the reports as well. Okay, so the rally got cancelled. The fort didn't burn. Well done, 1412. Now, did those guys reply? No, they didn't. So we still don't get to see the Chandra report, the one that I really wanted to see. (1412) is pushing back 1647 off the territory here. So in terms of this fort, 1412 is, it looks like 1412A is quite comfortable in holding on to this, right? Okay, now what about down south? What about the other fort, the Devil's Fort? Oh, there's like no action there. How come there's no action there? Are they all going up? Looks like they're all going up. And you know how we were thinking whether someone's gonna do a flag here? So rather than 1412, it looks like it's going to be... Which kingdom is that? Oh, the flag, I mean. That's 1005. So in 5 minutes time, 1005 is gonna have their flag up. It's not like they can rally the fort from here. No, they can't. So the fort is still not, it's not gonna be like the fort is under double rally. But with that flag, 5 minutes later, they can put the 1412 air flags in, flags under pressure. Now, whilst that flag is going up, probably could have rallied, but look at all those numbers. So unless you're doing Pakal Herald, anything is going to be sworn down instantly. Did our music kind of stop? Feels quite, yep, music did stop. Okay, sorry, I somehow accidentally closed the music. Let's see if I can turn it on. Yep, we got music on again. And let's have the game back up. Yep, there we go. Oh, we got a message. Ken, yes, thank you very much. Ken, thank you very much, mate. Now let's check out the report. That's the Chandra report. Ooh. So, Zenobia Flavius, 17.2. Chandra Nevsky, 9.2. Dead numbers lower as well. Now, you know what I want to see? I want to see the troops. Because I think there was a lot of siege here. I can see some siege. Okay, I probably shouldn't have said a lot of siege, but there are some siege. Little siege, actually. Not that many. Some siege. And mostly T5. So this wasn't a bad garrison. Well, there's a lot of siege here. This guy sent quite a bit. Okay. Mixed. It done better than you thought, Ghost? Yep. Same here, man. I actually, and this is why I'm checking the troops in the garrison. Because based on what we see in garrison, I mean there were some siege, but it's not like it's a siege garrison. It's a mixed troop garrison. Mostly infantry though, based on what we saw. Actually, not mostly infantry, quite a lot of infantry and archer. So it's a bit too mixed, maybe. Let's put it that way. It's a bit too mixed. And there's someone that purely sends siege. Oh no, not just siege, but mixed. Okay, so I think we get a feel of what the troops were. So it's not a pure infantry garrison. If it was a pure infantry garrison, obviously Chandra wouldn't do that good. Now let's have a look at the troop buffs as well. That's very good cav. There's a lot of health on that cav. And then when it comes to the infantry side of things, that's not a great infantry setup, right? I don't think that's the best infantry setup. I don't think it is. Okay. So in a way, the infantry equipment and in a way the troops that were there kind of influenced this report. So this is not like a report that says Chandra is back for sure. Now I just saw unbridled progress go in. You know what that means? That means I should probably do the event again. You know which event I'm talking about? Race against time. So yesterday I kind of did it without anything and I got 3rd place so far. Now 3rd place, am I gonna hold 3rd place? Probably not. With that score I'm probably gonna keep top 10 though. Now 1st place and the 2nd place almost the same and this is quite far. What do I get for 3rd place? 5. Top 10 I get 3. 1st place gets 10. So there's like at least 5 difference now. Now for 5, am I gonna put the effort? It's a lot of effort. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I want to, but it takes a lot of effort. Okay, so as soon as that flag got up, can't I zoom in? So as soon as that flag got up, they managed to get a burn. Yep, burning. They didn't manage to get a burn here, but they did manage to get a burn there. Now 14-12, this is when they're going to be under a little bit more pressure because in the same area with the same cities they had, they have to try to maintain these 2 flags, because if they lose those 2 flags, then they're getting double rally on the fortress. And 1647 is coming down again from the top, so this is going to be under pressure again. Now is that burning? Yep, that's burning. And who is that? So that's another 47 alliance. So 1647 on its own can probably double rally this. If another flags comes from here, then that's like triple rally territory, and that's when you're not gonna hold it for much longer. So they need 1412 kind of needs to maintain those situations where they're not getting double kind of triple rallied. They just got the king skill, so that means they're moving up, right? You got the king skill, so you should be moving up. You're gonna be moving up. I don't see the rally though. Is the rally coming? Where's the rally? Is he doing the rally? I don't think he should be doing the rally. This guy, of course, is doing the rally. He got the title. Probably the king skill should have come a little after then, when the rally has left and the rally is moving past the murder ball. Arrow is getting ready for something, or is Arrow getting scouted? I think Arrow is getting ready for something. 1412 has a ball here. That 1412 ball kind of have to be here and then manage that and manage that as well. Gem Rock, check pass 875 rally the pass. Okay, we're going to have a look at that as well, Gemrock. Thanks for that, man. Let's have a look. 875. This one, you mean? Wow, they got there pretty fast. I thought it's gonna take them a little longer, 2051, to get up to that pass, but they are at the pass already. They're touching the pass, so 875 still has it, right? Yep, 875 still has it, and there should be a rally anytime soon. 1 sec. Okay, in like a sec we're going to see the pass. Now let's check whether we war report. OFC. Now let's have a look at this. That's the Jadwiga report. Jadwiga Herald. I said the last one, but you know what? I'm happy that I got this instead of the Chandra report again, because Chandra report we already saw. This is kind of alright. A little bit in favor of the rally because I don't know, maybe this has siege again. I just say thanks. Thank you so much. Hey, my kingdom is supporting me. I see a message. Ghost of RoK, thank you. Jump on LADUS stream, guys, and say hello. Thank you, Ghost. I saw LADUS and stream in my kingdom chat, so I thought I'd check it out, what's happening there. Thank you for the support again. Okay. Now let's make it dramatic. If 1875 loses this pass, is the KvK over for the bread side? I would probably say yes. 1875 lose this pass, that should be over. Now we got the rally. It's a Gilgamesh and Nebu versus a Zenobia. That's the best kind. Now can they swarm that rally? No, that's the best archer rally because it can't be swarmed. Why can it be not swarmed? Because if they pass the pass and go to the other side, they can be swarmed down. So I don't think this rally has a potential to get swarmed, because people usually don't want to cross the pass and, you know, attack the rally. Counter rally, yeah, probably, but counter rally is not the end of the world. Are we gonna ask for this rally report? Yes, we will. Maybe we ask up front. We got a new subscriber, Jalal Aslam. Hey man, thank you for your subscription, much appreciated. Now, who has more numbers? Between 1774 and 2051, they actually probably have less numbers than 1875, just looking at the numbers. At the same time, I have a suspicion a number of these 1875 marches are not online because they have been standing there for like a while, so I don't think they're online. Actually, if I zoom out, then we can see the dots. Does that make it a little bit easier? Oh, maybe similar numbers actually, because those dots are on top of each other. That's why it looks like less, maybe similar numbers actually. But let's go and check again. Zoom in. Reinforce the rally. Yes, guys, reinforce the rally. And share rally reports. Sharing is caring. Now, 1875 was in a similar situation against 1365 in the last KvK, and I had my ult in 1365, and 1365 actually took more than 24 hours, more close to 36 hours before we could take that pass from 1875. So they kind of know how to hold on to their passes. But this is not the same situation. This is when they depleted quite a lot already. But then the reason why I mentioned that is I want to see if there's a possibility of a double rally in the near future. Is there? Zooming out a bit. But it's kind of weird. So that's 2051. That's 77. But then there's that flag there. So eventually, yep, if 74 kind of comes out as its own alliance, own coalition, then maybe there's a chance. But that'll take a bit of time for the fort to go up, and then I don't think the fort is touching, right? They need, I don't think it's touching, so they need to delete a flag here, and then flag one more, 1774. There's a lot of dead marches coming out. 75, lot of dead 75 marches. Lot of dead 75 marches. The rally is still on. Another King's Kill went in. So they're not refreshing. The half dead marches or almost dead marches are not coming out. They're not taking those marches out. They're leaving there. Leaving the marches inside even though they're almost dead, and that's when you see a lot of marches come out. For a second I thought the pass is about to fall, but there's so many marches here, I'm sure they can reinforce for a while. This is gonna be a fun report to check. Now this is still YSS, right? Yeah, this is still YSS. So we don't necessarily need to bother for this report, because we know Zenobia and YSS doesn't hold up well against a free-hitting Gilgamesh and Nebu. So we kind of know how that report is going to go. And the rally is definitely going to be Archer only, and then I just saw Siege going in, and I saw Siege coming out as well, So this is a lot of Siege, way too much Siege for Zenobia to be going toe-to-toe with the Archer rally. more and more refreshments coming from the top for the rally, and more refreshments coming from the garrison as well. But as you can see, the garrison is getting quite a few siege come in, and the rally got cancelled. Okay, so we didn't ask for the rally report. We kind of know how that report went. We don't need to see rally reports for short rally reports for older commanders necessarily. So we will come back and check that again. And before we leave the 1875 area, let's just check again if there's more action here. Nope, only small scale action and the forts. Fort still burning. And not much action. Fort still burning. Not much action. Same story on the right hand side. 1875 fort burning. Not much action. Hey, time to have a look at 1412 again. Oh, not there. Here. 1412A under pressure. Ooh. Jadwiga and YSS versus Pakal and Herald. I don't see any 1412 marches around because they're probably... Oh, they're here coming down. Okay, they were probably defending this. Now, at the same time, guys, at the same time, do a rally around the same time so that 1412 is stretched if you want to burn the flags. Because if you have a limited number of people online, as much as you may have speed ups and resources, you physically can't make it to two places. If the rallies are not synchronized, they have the chance to go up and defend and then come down and defend in a way. Now let's check our messages. Victory. Yes, we got the Archer rally report. Gilgamesh, make us proud. Well, Gilgamesh kind of did alright. Okay, this is kind of shocking, right? How is Gilgamesh doing even with a infantry garrison? That doesn't kind of sound... I mean, they do have a lot of deaths, but power-wise... How? Let's check the troops. Was it mostly T4? Someone sent wrong troops. I see all archers so far. All archers. Maybe wasn't reinforced fast enough. Maybe. That's all archers. Troop buff. Archer stats. We're looking for archer stats. Kind of alright. Kind of alright. Actually pretty good. Not kind of alright, sorry. Pretty good. Pretty good actually. Okay. Archer rally without a... Archer rally without a archer skin is kind of not the best, but you know, skill damage pretty good for archer still. Okay, now let's look at the rallies again. Did we come back to 1874 area? Yeah, we kind of did. So the second rally isn't there yet. Now the other thing I'm gonna check again is what's it called? The The other thing I want to check is the troops here. Was there a lot of siege? I mean, a little bit of mixed troop is probably not the end of the world, but I saw a lot of siege going in, and that's where the lot of siege is. So with a lot of siege, how did that garrison do kind of on par? Because they had a lot of T4 and the T4 died. That's why they have more dead numbers but similar power loss even then. Some guy sent everything he had. Wow. Okay. So this is mixed. This is not, definitely not like the most organized defenses, and then when your pass is getting rallied, you obviously put in whatever you can. So the pass is rally is back on. Who is doing the rally? So this is our friend doing the rally again. So is he gonna have some better luck this time? I hope so. Taking away a pass from 1875 is gonna be quite hard. Double rally definitely would help. That fort, how long does it have? Not too long. Couple hours. Couple of hours, and then maybe delete that flag. And then 74 can do a flag, and 74 and 2051 can double rally, maybe. That'll make life easy, right? Single rally pass defense with Zenobia can kind of go on for a while. Massive siege march just went in, and another siege march came out. No, it's the same siege march that couldn't get in. Ooh, there's more siege there. John, this zone wasn't mentioned to be a hard fight. They still have 606 side. Yep, so 606 is completely untouched. That's true. 606 so far is the only KD that didn't have any action. So they're definitely fresh with a lot of speed ups and a lot of resources. And that's a big Imperium KD as well. So the blue side, even if they get this, I know what you mean, even if they get this, they're not, definitely not in a winning situation. But then, like, it's more like if the blue side doesn't get this, then they're definitely not winning, right? I mean, there's 1892 who dropped Imperium, fought a lot, but they still have a lot in the tank. So up top, they can go in. I mean, when 1606 goes in, 1892 can go in at the same time as well. 1892 probably won't make as much of a difference as 1606, but it's something. Yeah. Still kind of looking good for the red side, which includes 1875. I just saw a Kira. Someone's still using a Kira primary in Season of Conquest. Not that Kira is bad. Definitely very good for early KvKs. Now we got the counter rally coming in. What is the counter rally? It took a while for the counter rally to get here. It's a Pakal Herald. Now, did it have to be a Pakal Herald? Probably not. Is Pakal Herald, I mean, it's Archer. You're going up against Archers. I know you can't be swarmed, but you are getting swarmed. So if you're looking at getting kills, the Pakal Herald is probably a good option. But what could have been a better option? Maybe Attila Takeda. Maybe Attila Takeda. Now, whoever's swarming this rally is getting their hospital full. See some dead marches going away. This Amanitore and Artemisia is gonna go home dead as well. Look at the health. That Nevsky and William is gonna go home dead as well. So Amanitore, well, thank God they are leaving now. So they're taking turns in swarming. So not necessarily swarming till you die, which is a... Ooh, the Amani didn't make it. Amani kind of went home dead. This is so painful, and this guy is so happy. He's getting... you know what? Let's ask him for the report. I mean, he probably got like 2-3 million kills out of this. Like just getting swarmed. And because a couple of marches were hitting him, he started doing the AoE as well. So even when the swarming kind of on and off went, he probably still got a decent AoE damage. Now they changed the garrison. It's not YSS anymore. It's actually Flavius now. Chelsea, good morning. Hey man, how are you going? So we have a Flavius now. So we're going to bother our brother again and say please share the next one as well. Please share the next report as well. Because now we get to see how the archers did against the Flavius. But it's not the same situation though, because this time around we have the counter rally. So probably wouldn't look as good. Now with the Zenobia and Flavius, did the rally die? Oh, they're letting the rally run a little too late. That's one of the reasons why the rally report didn't look that great. So when the rally was running out of reinforcements, when it got low, if he cancelled early on, he wouldn't have that bad a report, because the last report, I mean, it was on par, but like it shouldn't have been on par. So I'm talking about this report here. See how this is the last one. This is not this one. So last one kind of on par, and we don't expect this to be on par. We expect this to win. And that had a lot of siege in it as well. So it could be because they let the rally run for a little too long, right? Maybe. Sulaiman, we played with 2051 last KvK and we won with them. 2051, well, congratulations. 2051 seems like a strong KD, right? Okay, so we're looking at the second report now. So this is the second Gilgamesh report on the pass, which had the Flavius in garrison. So we get to see the archers against the infantry, both meta and meta. Now, If you look at the deads, definitely pretty good. If you look at the report, it kind of looks like the power loss is better than the previous one. The previous one was kind of on par. So YSS was doing a little bit better against the archers. That's the first sentence that we kind of get out of this right now. That could be due to YSS handles mixed troops a little bit better, and Zenobia and Flavius probably wanted more infantry, and we definitely had a siege, like a lot of siege. Not a lot of siege, but we had decent amount of siege. And you're looking at mixed troop, everyone's putting in whatever they have, right? Yeah, they were water camp in HA. Okay, 2051 is a strong KD though, right? Like, as in, like, did they fight well? Looks like they're doing all right here. See, it's mixed troops, a lot of siege, and in general mixed. So that's why the Flavius, I mean, maybe switching back to the YSS is a better option here. Now, let's have a look at the troop buff. Did I misclick? I think I did. Let's say thank you though. Well, we said thank you this time around. Let's give him a dance from our favorite Cleo. Now, I needed to click on the report. Troop buff. Troop buff is gonna be the same. Was it just Marco or was it someone else before? I think the garrison leader changed as well. Now this is not as much health. This is more defense, more attack, and the archer remains the same. Yep, archer is pretty good. So the archer stats kind of remains the same. So that's the troop buff. Okay, now because the next rally is gonna take a bit more time, we're going to go through the same routine, guys. So we're going to check if there is any action around the forts, because for 1412 making this fort survive is quite important, and they're doing more open field. The fort is still burning. Abu is gone. No cities to save Abu. That's burning as well. It's kind of no marches around. Like there's a big lack of action at this stage. Ooh, there's quite a bit of action here down south. Okay, 1875. This is where they are also fighting, not with much success though, because you will see the 1875 flag burning, and that flag from 1823 is repairing, not burning. In terms of the numbers, I do see more 1823 at the moment here. But not necessarily a rally, I see. Okay, let's go back up. Let's check 1412. How is that going? This KvK has given us a lot of entertainment, so we definitely thank all the KTs for putting up a very good show. So, ooh, that fort is burning. 1412 definitely under pressure. And not only that fort burning from 1647 rallies and a lot of open field action, and 1412 is trying to push them back. 1412A and DVL Devils, both of them are kind of active here, trying to push that ball back. However, they're under pressure down south as well. Okay, this flag was burning, this is now repairing, and this hasn't burned. So they're under pressure from 1005 and 18, not 18, 70, 80. So two kingdoms pressuring 1412 from down, and one from up top and right. Now 14-12 is probably going to be able to push these marches back and probably going to be able to keep the fort alive for quite a long time. But then if there are rallies, oh, this is burned again. How did it get burned? I thought they had reinforcements here. Are they giving up on this flag or? And there was some action here as well. Crazy 14-12. 14-12 survived. I mean, going against 1647, surviving, that's a given, like for a big KD like 14-12, right? But then now fighting against 3 KDs, the fact that they're still here after what, like 18 hours, maybe 20 hours since the pass opened, that's not a bad achievement. Yeah. Okay, there's no fighting there, so that's not under pressure, and that fort is not under pressure. I think it's good that they're going one fort at a time, right? So before the Devil Fort, 14-12 versus 3 KDs. Yep, that's what they're doing. 3v1 right now. And out of the 3, one of them, 1647, same power as them, and was Imperium as well at the start. So it's not like 3v1 versus 3 non-Imperium KDs. So Imperium versus Imperium, and then 2 extra KDs kind of came in against them. So, but saying that, those 2 KDs, they are not at their peak. They lost a lot of power because they were fighting against 1892, and then they lost that fight as well. So like they're not at their peak strength either. But anyways, either way, it's impressive. Okay, probably looking at that flag is not gonna give us a lot of rally action. It's gonna give us a lot of open field action. It should actually not give us anything because that flag is burning. So 1647 has no reason to kind of try to pressure that, right? Whereas what they can do is they can kind of come in and try to take out the 14-12 marches from this mid-range area, not let them kind of ball up, because we do have 1780 rallying with Attila Nevsky against a Zenobia. Let's see how that's gonna go. Seeing Attila in action, does that not make you guys happy? Because a lot of people has Attila kind of maxed now because Attila has been around for a while, and seeing one of the older camp commanders coming back in a rally action, that definitely makes people happy, right? I kind of wish Khan could come back in some sort of capacity with XY. I thought Khan would come back and have a little role to play, but nope, Khan is kind of dead. I mean, if you look at Alex and YG, they're still pretty good in open field, even in Season of Conquest. Still very, very good, like top 5, top 10 kind of category. Well, maybe not top 5, but top 10 kind of category. But then Khan is dead. And Attila Takeda, as the march was kind of alright, but you wouldn't really use them as rally anymore, right? I mean, unless it's a city rally, even a city rally. But Attila Nevsky definitely makes me happy. It's like I'm half a rally leader already. I got Attila, I just need to get Nevsky. Alright guys, we are going to probably wrap up the stream not Steam, stream in the next 5 minutes or so. So in the next 5 minutes, if you have any questions, comments, whatever it may be, feel free to put it in the chat. And then if you haven't dropped a like on the stream yet, please feel free to do that. That supports this channel a lot. And then if you're not a subscriber already, don't forget to subscribe. And we are definitely going to see the end of this rally before we call it a day. And we'll kind of have a look at the down south rally pass 1875 situation as well. But then I'm just giving an early heads up that we'll be closing up in like 5 minutes maybe. Okay, so 1647 is kind of doing what we predicted. So they're kind of coming down, going to the left area, trying to stop the reinforcements from 1412 going towards that that flag that 1870 is rallying, and that's taking place in front of Ahmed Aziz city. That's a monster city over there, guys. And a lot of 1647 marches coming in because there's no point kind of going there, right? Because that's burning. And now they're taking up a lot of position on the left. So that definitely helps out this rally from 1780. Oh, that was a YSS before. Now it's a Flavius. And the flag is getting swarmed. And we got a counter rally as well. The counter rally is a Attila Nevsky as well, I would guess. Is it? So the people swarming, they're gonna go home with dead marches because they probably swarmed a little too early. That's kind of the biggest mistake that you can do. Starting the swarm a little too early kind of doesn't do anything. You just get a massive loss of troops. 2 dead troops. Now that counter rally, is it getting swarmed down? It doesn't look like it's getting swarmed down, does it? Nope. So you rather swarm the flag than the counter rally? It's Attila Takeda. It's gonna be painful, true. But that rally is not getting reinforced as fast as the flag is getting reinforced. So if you had to rally something, it would be the counter rally. And we see more 1647 pouring in up top. More 1647. 1412 can't really come down and keep this rally up. I don't know whether they can keep this flag up either. Now they're definitely letting that flag go, alright? We saw it burn like 3 times since we started streaming, and it's less than half health now. Now, to my surprise, the flag stands. The flag isn't burned. And the rally got cancelled. Rally is kind of coming back. Now 1412, you can see a pack of 1412 here. They're probably coming out of this city and fighting, right? Yep, they're coming out of that city and that city. And they're kind of fighting, trying to fight off some of the 1780. But 1780, they're kind of keeping their position. This is going to be a big push from the 2 KDs involved, and 1647 has managed to push in all the way to the left. All the way to the left. This is such a big favor to 1780 in terms of taking that flag down. I mean, they're allied, so it's not like a favor. It's more like working together, but yeah. Okay, so that was 1412. Main alliance, no action down south. I'm just taking you through the map before we call it a day. Now let's scroll down. The other sort of action we were looking at is here, right? Well, let's have a look at the forts again. How come it's not repairing? It has been like burning for such a long time. God, they're giving up on these forts. Yeah. And the pass. Are they pushing in here as well? Yep. Bit of a push here. And when that burns, they can flag, and that flag will be touching the pass, right? I think one flag, yeah, one flag distance. Now when that fort goes up, one flag, and then the pass can be double rallied. Let's see if they're continuing with the pass rally. Yeah, they definitely are. Now this is a Pakal Herald. Pakal Herald into... Is that... No, sorry, my bad. Pakal Herald is the counter rally, and the actual rally is XY and Nevsky. XY and Nevsky is probably a better choice here, right? Actually, probably not, because I saw them using Flavius earlier. So maybe keeping up with the Archer rally would have been a better option. I don't know. Now there's some open field fighting that's taking place. That means 1875 has ventured out on the other side of the pass as well, right? Now should there be a counter rally, or given that counter rally has been there for a while, should that be swarmed down maybe? To be honest, that's probably not. Oh, there you go. Is that a counter rally, or is that just a march swarming? Oh no, that was just a march. That's not a counter rally. That's just a march hitting the rally for like 2 seconds. So because they have switched to Flavius, maybe keeping that Archer rally would have been better. Need a counter rally for that, yeah. Well, more importantly, in couple hours time, please let 74 flag, one flag, and then go separate coalitions, and then 2 kingdoms can be hitting the pass together, right? That would make it really hard for 75 to maintain this. Okay, so guys, with this beautiful rally in the background, we hit 2 hours for the stream today, so we're gonna call it a day, and then either tomorrow or the day after, I mean, if there's action tomorrow, then we'll kind of try to stream this KvK again tomorrow. If there's action anywhere else, then we will probably have a look into that as well. But there's something else that I wanted to show you. So this is a picture that I saw on 1365 what's it called, Discord, and let me bring it up for you. This, so apparently this is not finalized, but apparently this is a possibility, but this is the most likely scenario of how the 1365 KvK is gonna go. So I don't know, well, not that I don't know, there hasn't been any fixed or allies or enemies sorted yet, and we're not even 100% sure that this is going to be these kingdoms. But as you can see, 1365 is going to end up being in a KvK with 1093, 1846, 1860. I mean, these are the 3 big kingdoms that I know of. There's obviously other kingdoms, and they're pretty decent as well. And I kind of am excited for my old account, who is going to be in action next. So as soon as that KvK starts, we're obviously going to start focusing on that, and if there's an update in terms of which are the KDs there, then I will keep you posted on that as well. But for now, Let's go back to this KvK, and for the next couple days I'll probably cover this. So I'm gonna call it a day. Special thanks to Jalal Aslam for your subscription today, and thank you to everyone else as well for sharing the reports and then letting me know where the action is and everything. So I will see you tomorrow most likely again. All right, bye everyone, thank you for being here.